What is up, y'all? Today we're back with another trade recap. Today we lost $2,609.16 on the day. I'm gonna come out here and say this real quick. I've heard a few people ask me like, yo, like they just don't believe how much I'm making. So this is just, I feel like this is enough proof. Like every day I have a trade recap, we do this, but I guess we're gonna go to the dashboard and show you our monthly P&L, 2.2K, right? So we made 3.1K last week. We're down 900 on the week this week. Again, 2.2K on the month. So had we not lost, like yesterday when I posted that video, people had texted me about it. Like, hey, no, you're not. You're faking. You're LARPing. I don't understand how much more proof I can give you other than this is TradeSync, right? And why would I be paying $100 a month for TradeSync if I'm not actually making money off of it, you know? So, yeah, if you can take 2.6K, add 2.6K to 2.2. If you know math, that's 4.8. Yes, I rounded. I said $5,000 on the month. So I'm sorry. But if you multiply 5K by 4, that averages to 20 grand. Again, maybe some of us don't really know math that well, but I'm sorry about that. So, but like I said, we lost $2,609 today. I don't lie to you guys. I really lost that money. So going into the day, coming into this video, I'm gonna let you guys know this is a perfect video of what not to do if you are a day trader. So I have a lot of psychology I'm still working on. I'm still getting more disciplined. So this is a good example of what not to do in the charts. As always, we'll zoom out here to our wow. We'll zoom out here to our higher time frame. It'll kind of give you boys a bit of perception, right? So coming into the day, I think it is just the most obvious thing what we have here. You know, look at this. We're up 4,600 ticks. Coming into the day, I was obviously bullish. And so obviously, if we go down, I took a short off market open when I didn't have that in my bias, and that's trading against trend, which is a rule of mine that I shouldn't be breaking. Honesty is how I'm going to better my relationship with my viewers. And so I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I broke my rules and I traded against trend and I lost, right? That's what happens when you break your rules and you trade against trend. So as you can see here, this was my short here. There's not really much to explain other than the fact that realistically, even if shorts were my bias, I should have faded this trade. And I'm just gonna explain it as if shorts were my bias. The reason I should have faded this trade, right, was obviously, yes, we had this very obvious fair value gap right here that we had closure over, huge displacement in closure, right? But even if shorts were my bias coming into the day, we don't have crazy displacement, okay? So look at all this right here. This is 377 ticks of movement. Sorry, I guess you can count down here too, but 377 ticks of movement total, okay? So we don't have crazy volatility coming into the day. If we wanted to take a trade here, the best option, if my bias was shorts, would be this right here, right? This would probably be our best option, is to take this short right here and then continue. And I mean, it might have hit maybe, but in how long, right? I don't even know. I didn't even scope that one out because I faded this trade. I didn't like the displacement. We wicked this fair value gap 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like 5, 6 times before we even inversed it. So I was like, no, we're not going to take this inversion. And then when we get our other one here, right, we have a single wick and we have displacement. And I was like, okay, I missed out on the last one. We're going to continue dumping. This is obvious continuation because if you go to the 5-minute chart, wow, that's 5 months. If you go to the 5-minute chart, right, we have a 5-minute fair value gap get formed that we tap back into with this candle, obviously. And then so we go down to our 1-minute time frame where we get the closure. So I was like, okay, this is easy continuation mech model, right? This is not a bad trade except for one thing. And that was shorts was not my bias. Longs was my bias. Had I stuck to my bias, I haven't really looked 100% back over this. I kind of just got up and went to the gym. But had I stuck to my bias, I probably would have printed today if I would have realized that, hey, okay, we already retraced that 5-minute fair value gap. We already retraced it once. So let's go back down to our 1-minute time frame. So we go up and we retrace it and we wick it twice and then we get our displacement. So me personally as a trader, I should have looked at this and said, hey, we have formed this right here, this fair value gap, which yes, do we have an opportunity to come back up and re-wick this again? Yes. But if we go back up to re-wick my thing, my 5-minute fair value gap again, I probably don't want to be in this trade. And to be quite honest, if we wick all the way through our original 1-minute inversion, I probably still don't want to be in this trade. I should have dropped this here and I would have lost way sooner. I would have been out of the trade way sooner. And I also would have lost way less. Okay. So if I could refine some things here and there in my psychology and my risk, I don't think I would have had as bad of a day. Would I probably still taken this trade? Yes. Could I have refined my stop loss a little bit and waited a little more and, maybe not be like as distracted in the charts? Definitely. And I definitely could have made lost way less than what I did. But, taking losses and learning and back testing your strategy is part of the plan. Like that's how it works, right? You have to understand that you have to back test and you have to journal and you have to go through and see exactly how you lost in order to win. So I'm trading CPI tomorrow, but I am going to be going into Thursday being ready and being more prepared and making sure I stick to my bias a little better. That's about all I have for you guys today. So this loss is entirely on me. If you took this trade, you will also know this was not a good loss and we could have printed way better, or we could have printed today very easily. So that's the trade recap for today. Hopefully you guys learned a little something about what not to do. Hopefully you guys aren't basing your opinions and just being like, you know what, hey, he shorted today. I should have shorted, should not have shorted. You should have longed. If you're trading my model, you should have longed. Shout out DVan. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys had a banger day. I hope you guys printed today. I hope we made so much money. Go ahead and let me know in the comments down below if you printed today. If you didn't, I'd love to hear all about it. So with all that being said, I hope y'all have a banger rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next trade recap.